Hello, I'm Matt Hazledine from Lymphoedema United. I hope you're keeping well. This is the fourth from my series of videos, really outlining some of my experiences and journey with lymphedema over the last nearly 11 years, and hopefully to provide you some tips on how to live better with lymphedema. I must start by saying I'm not a medical professional. Therefore, I'm not giving advice on lymphedema, and how lymphedema affects your life will be different, I'm sure, to mine and others. But it's my opportunity to share things that have helped me that might help others. And if you have any questions or you want to get in contact, I'd be delighted to hear from you. hello@lymphunited.com is the email address. You can see on the screen the website is lymphedemaunited.com. And we're available on social media at Lymph United on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So today's topic, following on from video number 3, is about the physical impact of lymphedema. In the third video, I talked about the mental impact briefly. Today, I'll briefly talk about the physical impact that lymphedema had on me and how I overcame that problem. So, being diagnosed in 2011, as I've said before, cellulitis for 2 weeks in hospital, left with lymphedema. My leg was almost 60% bigger than the right leg, and I had very little information and knowledge at that time on where to go for help. Even my GP at the time, bless him, didn't really understand what lymphedema was and didn't know where to point me to find expert help. So I went through a period of, as I used to call it, wading through treacle in thick fog, not getting anywhere fast, not knowing where to go to for help, which meant a lot of research from my wife in particular, who, whilst I was burying my head in the sand, took to the internet and went trawling for solutions to try and help improve my self-confidence and self-esteem, which was rapidly deteriorating with this great big leg that I was dragging around with me. Clothes were very important, as I was working in a professional environment, and physical appearance, I suppose, to most of us is important. And when lymphedema strikes and most of your wardrobe becomes redundant, where do you go to find clothes that fit and look presentable in any environment, whether that's going to the office or whether that's going to a wedding or whether that's sort of just chilling at home. And there's been many challenges around all of those settings for me, which I've tried to find solutions for. I touched on self-confidence, self-esteem. Even now, 11 years on, there are only a very few close friends and family that will see me in a pair of shorts in the garden on a summer's day. That's my personal issue, and I really need to take some inspiration from a couple of other people I've met where they've declared, this is me. Their leg or their arms are on show for all to see. They wear their compression garments without embarrassment. I'm still not quite there yet with everybody, but going on holiday a couple of years ago, I took the decision that I didn't know anyone there. We were abroad. And I was going to go swimming with my daughter. I was going to be in the sun with my leg in the shade, obviously. And therefore I grabbed some old stockings from my cupboard and wore those ones around the pool, in and out the pool, with swimming shorts, and just came to terms with the fact that I could be myself. Nobody knew me. I could relax. And it did prompt the odd question from people, I suppose, kindly inquiring as to why I've got a great big leg and why was I wearing that stocking. And after batting a couple of them away, I think on the final day I gave in and shared some of that information, but it wasn't the easiest time to do that, but it was liberating. It was liberating being out in the sunshine with my leg and my stocking on show and not giving a damn about it, quite frankly. But in the comfort of my own home, in the garden, when I'm here, of course I wear shorts, but in any large parties and summer barbecue or whatever, yeah, still got the big denim, big linen trousers covering everything to see. So where did I find solutions for clothes? It wasn't easy. The first attempt, which is actually quite funny looking back on it, I went to Marks and Spencer's and bought, I think it was something like 6 pairs of cheap black trousers, you know, 20 quid a pair, nothing too exciting. And I went to a local seamstress where I lived and took all these pairs in, and I asked them to cut a panel from one of the pairs, maybe 4 or 5 inches long across and the whole length of the leg, unpick the seams from the other pairs and sew in this additional panel to the inside of my left leg. So on the face of it, because they were black, very difficult to see the seams, but I was wearing a smart pair of black trousers that were kind of a bit of a cut and shut from sacrificing one of the pairs to create a new pair. The right leg was fine, that looked normal. The left leg, okay, it looked bigger, but they were black, so to a degree, it covered the difference in size quite well. And after that worked, with the smart shirt and a jacket for work, I have repeated that and bought another few pairs in a different color, dark blue and dark gray. So not the ideal solution, but to begin with, it was the only solution I could come up with to create a smart pair of trousers. As soon as I got home, be straight into some shorts or some jogging bottoms. But even buying jogging bottoms wasn't easy. Some of them are quite narrow, so I had to get the big ones with the elasticated drawstring around the waist, and you know, but they did the trick. The other problem was shoes. You know, my left leg was bigger, but it did have an effect on my foot. There was swelling in the foot, which meant that getting into my shoes was a problem. You know, the right one was fine, the left one couldn't wear it at all. So again, many pairs of shoes that I'd accumulated over my adult life had to be pushed to one side. And I ended up buying wide fit from Clark's, which weren't the most attractive, but they did the job. And you know, just trying to find wide fit shoes online, which led me to Hotter, a great company. And we've just introduced Hotter to the Lymphoedema United website as one of the suppliers, offering 15% discount off pairs of their shoes online. So check them out on the website. But they were my go-to shoe, as simple as that. And that plus wide fit comfortable trainers did the job for many years, until I found a company called iTailor, who were online, bespoke shoes and clothes made to measure. You did all the measuring yourself at home and put all of the details onto their order form, and they produced a pair of shoes to your design and specification and size, or trousers or jacket or shirts or blouses. So they're on the website, check them out, iTailor. So I ordered a couple of pairs of shoes. Sadly, I didn't get the measurements right to start with. I forgot to leave my stocking on. And that's the biggest tip I can give you. If you're going to do anything made to measure with trousers or shoes, keep your stocking on. I would imagine the same with the arm sleeve for blouses. But a few pairs later, once we got the measurements right, they were fantastic. And you know, a little bit more expensive than the high street, but it saves you buying 2 pairs of shoes in different sizes, so you can wear one of each shoe, which I've heard some people mention as well. The other thing was jeans. No jeans would fit. Even the baggiest ones I could find just didn't do the job. So it was actually my wife who found Levi's made to measure jeans and clubbed together with my parents to buy me a voucher for a Christmas present. So rather than getting stuff that I didn't need, stuff that you open and nod politely and say, thank you very much, that's lovely, I had a voucher for a pair of jeans that would be bespoke and made to my size of legs. And I can honestly say they were life-changing. Putting a smart pair of jeans on, be it casual, be it with a jacket and a shirt, going out more formally, was instrumental in changing my self-esteem, my confidence, and I felt normal again. I felt like everybody else. It was the best thing. And you know, they're not cheap, but when I worked out how many times I wore them, divided by the cost, it was very, very good value for money. And just the lift in confidence and self-esteem, and just the normality that came with wearing clothes that looked good and fitted well and kind of didn't stand out, was worth every single penny. And you know, I'm thrilled that Levi's Lot 1 is on the website, again with a good discount, 20% from memory for members of Lymphoedema United. Jeans, trousers, shoes are all on the site to help you find solutions. But one recent revelation to share with you, and I hadn't fully appreciated this until last year. I had some Iomi brand from the sock shop bought for me for Christmas. They're called Gentle Grip socks. And, you know, I don't know whether you've experienced this, but wearing normal socks where they're elasticated leaves a huge indentation or a tourniquet effect, if you like, that indents into my lower leg. At the end of the day, peel back the sock and it's evident, and that can't be doing any good for my lymph drainage. So it was my parents who got me these soft top Gentle Grip socks from the sock shop. And they're fantastic, absolutely fantastic, to the point where I went straight online and ordered another handful of pairs. They stay up, but they don't cut in. Great. So I approached Sock Shop last year to see if they'd be interested in joining the Lymphoedema United website, and they did. And they're offering a discount off their Iomi range of socks, which include sports socks, ankle socks, calf length socks, all sorts of different varieties to choose from. But when I showed my therapist what I was wearing, which was the Gentle Grip ankle socks, she was thrilled. You know, there was no indentation. And she is now, I believe, recommending this brand to her other lymphedema patients as well. So check those out on the website as well. If there are any other tips from clothes that you want to share, we'd love to hear from you. Any companies that you use, any products that you use that you feel could benefit others, then please let us know. And I will look into them. I will contact their head offices and see if we can get a discount for all of the lymphedema members that we have. So drop me an email, hello@lymphunited.com, with any solutions. But physically, looking after yourself is one thing. We'll come on to self-management, we'll come on to exercise later on in the series, but clothes, I believe, helped me feel like me again. And I hope that there are solutions on our website that will help you if you need clothes and shoes to fit. So check out the products, have a look around, and I'll be keen to hear from you if there are any more that you feel I should add. Loads more to follow, lots more in my book, which if I try and point up here, you can probably see, there we go, somewhere around there is my book, How to Live Better with Lymphedema. Thank you for listening. More to follow. Keep well, look after yourselves, and keep in touch. Take care. Bye-bye.